the Arkham Knight. I am angry at Batman. Now, before the Arkham Knight was actually revealed to be Jason Todd, and it got beat up by Batman, and also became the Red Hood, Jason had a bad temper, but luckily he had got caught up in a lot of brawls. Let's say for instance, he had fought a whole lot of children, getting into brawls and stuff. But enough of him. Let's get into his parents and how they actually are the horrible parents. Now let's get into his mother right after this. Anyway, this was all types of stuff that his mother had got him into. You see, her herself was a crackhead. She had also wanted his father to die, because if his father would have died, then she would have got that thousands of bucks for Jason to get out of her house and for somebody to adopt him, practically. So, unlike Dick Grayson's parents, Jason had to do a whole lot of stuff. His mother was horrible, but enough of his mother. Let's get into Jason's father. They originally met in high school, but when they had Jason in 1986, things had changed a lot. Jason also ran away from home at a young age. That was when Jason's life was so corrupted and sad. This is what he used to do. He used to go to the arcade. He'd come with some money, but he could not afford the arcade. And that's kind of sad. He would have to borrow $1. He'd have to cry to people for $1 just to play an arcade game. And then that was when he had learned about Kirby, a game that his parents would have never got him at a young age. This is the type of game that he always wanted to get from the arcade machine. But he always had to go to an arcade and beg for money just to get it. And that's kind of sad. Yeah. And, thinking about it, the arcade machines were pretty great back then. And one day, during a drug deal, Jason had also got mad at an arcade machine because he kept on losing the game. He got so frustrated he had destroyed the machine. He was banned from the only arcade on his side. Jason cried because all he wanted was to play an arcade game. Practically, Jason's parents were murdered because they were wanted for drug deals by the FBI. They were official targets and had faked their deaths to get away from their illegal judgment after Jason's birth. Their parents were murdered by 2 associated FBI agents that were disguised as one of Jason's dad's friends, leaving Jason an orphan. He had run away from the FBI surveillance footage. The FBI surveillance, he was never seen again. So during this age, Jason had actually started to get himself into rough moments in his life. And if I'm talking rough, I'm talking very rough. But one day, he was spotted by Batman trying to take the tires off of the Batmobile at the time. Yep, the Batmobile, folks. Yep, the Batmobile, he tried to take off the tires, but he was caught. He was caught by Batman. Practically, and I feel like covering this more and more, so moving on. So basically, you know what happened. He saw Batman. Jason's life was rough at a young age. This was when Jason was 7. Yes, 7. Anyway, Batman actually saw him unscrew the Batmobile's tires. Yes, the one and only vigilante of the streets, Batman. And you know what? That was the strange thing. You know, Batman was kind of angry about what Jason had did. But you know, Bats, you know how Bats is. He goes through that one moment in his life where he says that he cannot hit a kid. But he know that he would hit them if they weren't a kid or anything. Yep, the Dark Knight itself. The Dark Knight itself. In Minecraft animated style. Anyway, Jason Todd was Robin for about a few years and lived in Wayne Manor. Until one day, he was captured by Joker, the Clown Prince of Crime. The Crown Prince of Crime. The Crown Prince of Crime. Captured by the Crown Prince of Crime. To be honest, I don't feel like drawing him. Yep. He was caught up in a warehouse where Batman had been tortured by one of Joker's villains. It took Batman a few hours to take down his villain. But he was too late. Jason had actually got out of the warehouse and had ran when Joker's bomb had set off. Joker had shot him in the leg, and then he had gave him a fatal shot, which was right in his stomach. That shot was so fatal. If Jason would have survived that, the dude would have been bound into a wheelchair. So later, after he had shot a fatal stomach shot, the whole entire warehouse had exploded, and Jason was severely injured from that. So basically, it turns out that Jason had actually survived that. He was buried alive. It took Jason a few days to actually get from under that. But good thing, the morgue was not about to cut him open. Because, well, basically, they would have just patched up the body, because they don't need all that possession stuff. It's the Gotham City thing, okay? Get used to it. It's my universe. Anyway. This is when he got out, he constantly started attacking Batman. Oh crap! In any various form he could. He mentioned assaults. Basically, he had started assaults. Even fought one of Batman's new Robins, Tim Drake. Yeah, it was like weird. But still, it's still kind of weird, but yep, and basically it makes no sense. Why he would want to attack his adopted father. His foster father, I meant. He started constantly attacking him in every physical form. That was when he had joined with Scarecrow, and he had built a whole militia and called himself the Arkham Knight. But the Arkham Knight identity was quickly slouched over. But guess what? He was not Arkham Knight anymore. After that, he had winded up finding Batman, but that was when he had actually fought him. And then, basically, the Arkham Knight visor was cracked. This infuriated Jason because that mask was something that he could never, hide. That was something that was a part of Jason. So then, Jason went by the name Red Hood. But Batman had talked him out of this whole Red Hood thing. But don't worry, his militia still called him the Arkham Knight. So basically, Batman had talked him out of it, and then his goons had quickly abandoned their boss. And then they would have lied and told Scarecrow that he is not, that the Arkham Knight is dead. Anyway, Yep. But it's two different. But it's two different sides of Jason. But by the way, he had got his goons back. They didn't want to do criminal things no more. So basically, it was like it's like this. It's like this. Basically, the Arkham Knight may play. It's like this. The Arkham Knight is Jason's main. The Arkham Knight is like Jason's like other twin brother, the evil one, the one that always wants to take over and get his revenge. But the Red Hood is more of a justice person and the type of person that, he'll still kill you, but he'll just take his time to be nice to you. And if you be rude to him, he's going to most definitely snap your neck or blow your brains out. But which one do I personally prefer? I prefer the Arkham Knight. I think he was much cooler as the Arkham Knight. Just saying. It's my opinion. Yeah. And basically, play both sides. It's a hoodie and stuff. And then now we got the blue right here. So basically, this is the story of Jason Todd. By the way, he also had the letter A on his jacket to let people know that he is the Arkham Knight still. Yes, like I said, Arkham Knight's like his other side that won't forgive you. Like he's very mad at you and he will murder you. But the Red Hood is more of a justice side and the type of person that will forgive you, but only if he feels like it. If you don't feel like it, he's pulling a cap in your head, son. Anyway, tell me in the comment section who you like more. This is me. I'm signing off. Love you guys.